Hey folks, this is Lori Gombos from Outback Motortek, and I'd like to sum up the development so far of our Honda CRF300Rally products. There's a lot of update to share with you guys. We have the Pannier Racks. We've been using this first prototype for a couple of weeks now. So far, so good. A couple of things. We had to remove the passenger foot peg, so that's no longer an option to reinstall unless some of you come up with a DIY solution to maybe clamp the passenger foot peg back on a frame or something. For now, we'll leave it like that. We also removed the OEM toolbox. Honestly, it's just our opinion. It's not really a useful thing anyways, very limited capacity, but we have our own aluminum toolbox mounted now. It can also accommodate rotopacks, 1 gallon rotopacks. It clears the chain guard, so it's all good. We'll stick to the asymmetrical version to keep the rear end of the bike as narrow as possible. Then we have the skid plate next. I really want to mention this to you so it's clear that these are prototypes. We're just about to embark on a 3-4 day long journey, mix pavement, off pavement ride. There will be some rocks, some mud, some sand, and some standard highway ride. So the skid plate should be getting a good workout. This is the current shape, okay? It's experimental at this point, but it's fully frame mounted. It's 4mm thick, and we have these rubber pads to keep the aluminum skid plate away from the plastic shroud. We also have a rubber bumper up here. It's got the same purpose as on the side. One thing that we would like to see after doing some rocky sections, how the front end will look like. We may end up with more, stone chips or something up here. Then we'll raise the front end. But for now, it comes up to just below this line here on the grill. So we'll see if it's sufficient or not. And then if it's necessary, we'll continue developing. But for now, that's the basic look. Then the crash bars, different story. It's given us a really hard time because this bike essentially lacks any sort of mounting points. So we had to think pretty hard without copying other guys. Not that there aren't any good crash bars out there, we just wanted to make our own different design. So we came up with a heavy duty bracket that is hiding behind the plastic shroud. You're not gonna see it too well because it's a dark spot in here, plus the bracket's black, painted black. Essentially what it is, it's a 6mm thick steel bracket bolted onto the frame, the chassis here. It's Y-shaped, so an arm comes out like this way, another arm comes up this way. And that's the foundation now. Up here, it's mounted onto the cluster bracket. This seems pretty solid so far, okay? There is some flex to it. Considering that it's a light bike, the flex is not significant, but we might have to crash test it and see how it behaves. If it's not sufficient, we're not going to release it like this, okay? If it's not sufficient, we may come up with a cross brace option here to support the top end. This will also prevent the crash bar to twist and damage the plastic fairing. So we have some backup plan in case plan A doesn't work out, this design. Okay, the way we design this, it's actually parallel to tubing here, because a lot of people like to put small bags on crash bars. We've been using Kriga's OS6, and it fits like gloves on most of our crash bars, including this one here. Okay, this is also a really good platform for fog lights. You can attach it here or down here. Honestly, it's your choice, but there is a platform for a lot of things. Okay, so we don't know the performance of it at the moment. It looks good. It behaves okay. It could be better, but as I said, we'll find out, because this bike is going on a 1,500 kilometer trip, 1,000 mile more or less, and that should give us some answers. Okay, so for now, this is it. Crash bars, skid plate, Pannier Racks, and this is what we're testing before we jump into production. But everything has to line up perfectly, everything has to work out perfectly. We're also going to be developing a tail rack system here, but that's after the main parts are done. Anyhow, thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, as always, you can leave us a comment. You can also email us, info@outbackmotortek.com, or you can call 877-931-3636. Thank you very much. Have a good one.